The Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport is an international body with headquarters in London, and I am the chairman of CILTS Singapore. It is basically a professional organization with the objective of developing and training executives in the supply chain, logistics and transport industry. We have about 30,000 members worldwide in over 30 countries. Well, I suppose if you look at the issue of supply chain disruption globally following the COVID-19 pandemic, you will see that this was an unusual global shock that all countries and economies faced, virtually with almost a major impact on lives and livelihoods. And as you know, the supply chains globally were disrupted, and we in Singapore also experienced a very severe supply chain disruption initially, but we were very quick to respond to it. And so the buzz around supply chain disruption was more, how do businesses respond to this crisis in terms of business continuity, crisis management, how do you restore a supply chain? And if you recall looking at television in Singapore, you will see that many NTUC shelves almost became empty. Toilet papers were almost not available. But very quickly we were able to restore inventories of all kinds of foodstuff and groceries that enabled people to return to semi-normalcy. I would say the prospects are very bright, and if you look at what is happening, notwithstanding the disruptions in supply chain, of course there will be new job opportunities. For example, the new convergence of technologies like Internet of Things, data analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on and so forth. All this will require a considerable amount of reskilling, upskilling, new learning. And at the same time, many of the old jobs will be replaced by robots, and that doesn't mean there'll be no jobs available. It means there'll be new jobs, new job opportunities, and new technologies have to be learned. I think the partnership was a mutual recognition of our international status and the fact that we have a global network of professional institutes represented over 30 countries. So from the standpoint of learning best practices, learning high standards of transportation, high standards of supply chain logistics, the network provides the kind of opportunities for students in PSBs, even after graduation, to advance themselves professionally, because self-learning becomes very important. And CILTS International pushes the idea of continuous professional development, what we call CPD, as part of continuous learning. So that kind of value adds to people who leave PSBA after graduation. They can look forward to a very rich professional life, continuous learning. Every month we have a newsletter which summarizes ongoing developments both in transport industry and supply chain. But we also organize webinars. Recently we finished about 3 webinars on transport as well as on sustainability, the issues of green transport and green logistics. So these are things that students find useful. And finally, we organize site visits from time to time, visiting warehouses, various types of warehouses. And these are opportunities for students to go and learn and see for themselves. What you learn in textbook is one thing, but the ability to be able to see on the ground the actual operations is always exciting.
Well, in terms of content, students will be following a curriculum that's been developed by supply chain professionals and practitioners. These people have been working in the industry for many years, and they would be up to date with developments in the industry and best practices. So in terms of internships, students have the opportunity to be attached to companies. While there, they have the opportunity to see the workings of the company and put into practice some of the theories and knowledge that they have learned in the modules. So the relevant supply chain modules, for example, service operations management, supply chain management, and business logistics management, these are the core supply chain modules, and this gives students a good grounding of the supply chain arena. In addition to these core modules, there are other supporting modules to give a well-balanced understanding of the arena, for example, management, decision-making, economics, and project management. In addition to the diploma they receive from PSB, students will be awarded a professional certificate from Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport Singapore once they complete the 3 modules. In other words, service operations management, supply chain management, and business logistics management. In addition, there are many networking opportunities, webinars, symposiums, and scheduled visits to many related industries, for example, seaports, airports, transport carriers, and so on.